name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool, we do some confined water skills, we'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore, it's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
One, two, three. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
Our love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me.
The goal at any given race is, of course, to win. And CrowdStrike, AWS, and DXDT were fortunate to achieve championship-winning results in 2020. We're extremely proud to be partnering with Operation Motorsport through our racing initiatives. Their program seeks to place military veterans in various positions inside a real racing team. The experience aids in their retraining, recovery, and rehabilitation.
So my name is Chad Failing. I'm a staff sergeant retired out of the United States Army. I am with Kevin Boehm under DXDT. You're getting creative. You're getting taught to think outside of the box.
We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with this great program. In the spirit of giving back to the community and creating meaningful opportunities, we're committed to building a diverse motorsports platform with the amazing men and women who have served our country.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My sincerest apologies. Once again, my computer decided to shut down. We did get to see the finish. Clayton Cale Smith, followed by Dylan DeWert and Braden Carter. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
So now, my apologies. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. That's the second time this season that happened. So maybe looking at a new computer like Clayton. Might be computer shopping, but welcome back. We're with the Pro Late Models, Randy Carter Painting Pro Late Models here at Kokomo. Again, looks like the point standings. Michael Carter at the top of the board. Michael Carter is leading Braden Carter by 20-some points in the Pro Late Models. So we're going to have a Carter champion in the Pro Late Models. Clayton Clayton, not a bad show for Kokomo. I was a bit nervous. We did have a few cautions, but not as many as I thought we might have. Man, what are we expecting out of the pro late models?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm seeing kind of the same thing. Two distinct lines right now. It's kind of burning off about the same. We might have another crazy 4 or 5 wide race come feature time. Those guys were all over each other in the modifieds. So hopefully we can see another great multi-groove racetrack here and put on another great show. Couple big shot, bigger names, faster names we saw with a little bit of bad luck. With a little bit of bad luck here in the modifieds, maybe they can get a little bit of redemption in the late models, and by the end of it, from the sounds of it, the looks of points, looks like we'll be crowning another Carter champion for late models. But besides that, I'm sure we're going to see great racing all throughout the field. About to call the drivers off here in about 30 seconds and get qualifying underway.
Yeah, looking forward to the pro late models. Don't forget your nightcap 360 sprint cars at Kokomo. 358 Modifieds did not do a bad job. Gail is still with us, ma'am. Thank you. Apologies for the computer issues I'm having. Roxanne Jones cheering on the CSC gang. Jordan LaFawn out in the audience cheering on Justin Sick in the 015 car. Brandon Combs top of the board, 12,288 for Combs. Michael Carter, Braden Carter, Billy Roberts, and Cale Smith are your top 5 in practice. As the drivers will clear the track, we'll listen to Clayton give the directions to the drivers.
All right, drivers, welcome to the late model portion of the final regular season, I guess you could call it, of Friday Night Lights as we approach the Dash for Cash next week. Same rules as the modifieds are applicable here tonight. Leader needs you to follow that pace car at the respectable pace car gap between half car length and 1 car length. Do not jump before the start. Do not pass before the start. If you cause a caution, it's an EOL. If you cause 2, you're done for the night. That EOL, if you do cause the first one in a heat race, will carry over all the way to the end of the feature. So 2 in the late models in total. Other than that, I don't believe we have much. I don't have the queue in front of me or anything like that to read. If I'm missing anything, I'm sure it's already been beaten into our heads. Everybody knows the rules here. First start's on green. Any restart, as long as we've completed a lap, is on the leader. Leader gets a choice on all restarts if we have completed a lap as well. Any questions, comments, or concerns? None heard. Gonna roll into qualifying. Good luck, guys.
Drivers
Looks like we got a 22-car field. Everybody's gonna make the feature.
Everybody heading to the feature, absolutely, with 22 cars. We'll see who comes out on the track first for qualifying. Looks like Logan Wentz out on track. I don't see him yet. Spanky Grenert in that 12 car out on track. Driver out of California. Caden Berry in the 12 car. Spanky Grenert is the 012. Caden Berry, driver out of New Hampshire. Giving the pro late models a go. The 515 of Chris Cox out on track. Michael Vitale in the 213. Dylan Kinsey in that 83 car. Andrew Harley in the 43. Chris Cox top of the board. 12,390 or 332. Now Paul Heward to the top of the board. 12,332. Caden Berry second quick in the 12 car. 12,394 Berry. Chris Cox drops down to third. Michael Vitale times the 213 in fourth quick. 12,467. Dylan Kinsey in the 83 out on track, 12.446 for the 83. Jesse Ingram in the lucky 777 times in fifth quick, 12.429. Brandon Combs moves up the second quick, 12.337 for that 28 car. Jason Haynes, Sean Stevens in the 26, eighth quick, 12.456 for Stevens. Justin Sick out on track in the 015, 12.497. Good enough for ninth quick. Billy Roberts, he puts the 99 at the top of the board, 12.308 for the driver out of Independence, Missouri. Spanky Gernert shuts it down. Braden Carter times in second quick in the 0-5, 12-3-18 for Braden Carter. Roberts, Carter, Heward, Combs, Barry, your top 5. Randy Shreves in the 56 out on track. Ninth quick, 12-4-4-4 for Shreves. Spanker Gernert shuts it down. Dylan DeWert, 13th quick, 12-5-81. Looks like we do have 2 cars left to go. Michael Carter and Cale Smith.
Oh,
Top of the board, 12-2-13 for Michael Carter. See if Cale Smith is out on track. Has not clocked in yet. A little bit slower on his second lap for Carter. It will be Michael Carter at the top of the board.
yeah, I saw Kale pull out of pit road and immediately disappear. Looks like he did already drop from the server one time, having a lot of blinking issues right now for the 115.
Yeah, he will not make qualifying, so he will have to start the heat race from the, there he goes, in that throwback car. Not enough time for a lap for Cale Smith. He'll go to the back of his heat race. Michael Carter, Paul Heward on the front row. Chris Cox, Randy Shreves in row number 2. Justin Sick, Clay Christopherson in row number 3. Logan Wentz will round out your field of 7 drivers. Looks like Cale Smith will not make the grid. I'm showing him as not in the server. 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 moving on. Again, Cale Smith did not make the tail end of his heat race, so 115 might be done for the night in the pro late models. Again, we'll be talking about the future of Friday Night Lights coming up on an upcoming podcast. Greatly appreciate any input that the fans have. We'll be taking, we are going to go live. We're going to record it and play it back, but not one for doing stuff the conventional way, so we will be live. Fans will be able to send in questions, comments, whatever. Looking really forward to that. First one is this next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on our regular channels. Pace truck is off. Cale Smith indeed did not make the grid. Having some computer issues, so it looks like I'm not the only one, I guess. It will be Michael Carter with your quick time. Paul Heward to his outside. We will go green next time by. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. We're underway. Top 4 moving on. Michael Carter dives down to the bottom. Heward, Justin Sick moves from the back to P2. 15 car, Justin Sick getting it done on the start. Sick gets rear-ended by the 031. Let's take a look before I say that too quick. Sick with a great restart. Gets into turn number 2, slides up. Paul Heward in the 31. Just Gets in the back of the 15. 031 will head to the back of the pack. We'll line them up and try once again. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. Let's see if Justin Sick got a damaged car. If he can do the same move that he did before, he'll wind up in P4. With Michael Carter at the front of the field, Chris Cox P2, Clay Christopherson, and who is that up there with him?
Logan Wentz, Paul Hero.
As the caution comes back out, let's take a look. Looks like the 18 just gets sideways, no place for Heward to go. So Heat 1 not starting off the best in the Pro Late Models.
Justin Sick back to that inside line that he liked. See if we can see a move out of the 0-15 like we did in the beginning.
Yeah, one position out of a transfer. Looks like the 15 has Indiana figured out as Michael Carter with a great restart. Randy Shreves in the final transfer. Justin Sick goes down to the bottom underneath Shreves. Sick moves his way, back into a transfer as he's looking underneath Clay Christopherson in the 51 car. Michael Carter starting to set sail. Now the 51 of Clay Christopherson pulls up to the inside of the 515 of Chris Cox. Justin Sick still hunting. The 15 or 015 is up to P3. Chris Cox loses the fourth and final transfer as the 56 of Randy Shreves gets by. Paul Heward dives down low. That's
2 for 1 for the 0-31.
Tight. One lap to go. Randy Shreves battling it out. Oh, 515 of Chris Cox gets into the back of the 0-31. Up front, Michael Carter getting it done. Coming off a 4. Carter, Christopherson, Sick, and Chris Cox. Your 4 transfer drivers. Billy Roberts, Brandon Combs on the front line. Michael Vitale, Dylan Kinsey in row number 2. Waiting for Dylan DeWert, Banky Grenert on the outside of row number 3. Dylan DeWert in the 20 car on the inside of row number 3. And James Ingram will round out your 7-car field. Billy Roberts on the front row, the Gears Unlimited driver. He's got his teammate, Michael Vitale, right behind him in the 213. Brandon Combs going to be a tough customer in that 28 on the outside of the 99. Pace truck is off, leaving the field to Billy Roberts. Waiting for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Billy Roberts with Brandon Combs to his outside. Combs looks like he has a good run off the high side. Can he get by the 99? Billy Roberts will keep it down low. Slides up in front. No room for Combs. Michael Vitale able to hold down P3. The 83 car, that is Kinsey, is the first car on the outside looking in. Dylan DeWert in the 20 FTM drive is running in P3 as Michael Vitale and Kinsey go in side by side. Now Dylan DeWert starting to look at, or Brandon Combs, my apologies, starting to look underneath that 99 car of Billy Roberts. Roberts working the high side in 1 and 2, probably the middle to low in 3 and 4. We've seen that all night. Billy Roberts, Brandon Combs, Dylan DeWert, Michael Vitale, your top 4. Dylan Kinsey, the first car on the outside looking in. Good drive by that 99. Michael Vitale still holding down the 4th and final transfer. Dylan Kinsey in the 5th position. Spanky Gernert in 6th. James Ingram in the 40 car at the back of the field with 1 to go. That's not what Billy Roberts wanted to see. The 40 car gets sideways right in front of the 99. Billy Roberts able to avoid it. Coming to the checkered flag, Roberts, Combs, DeWert, Vitale, your top 4. Braden Carter, Caden Berry on the front row once again. Jesse Ingram, Sean Stevens in row 2. Jason Haynes, Andrew Harley in row number 4. Donald Ingram rounds out your field of 7 drivers. Cale Smith now joining us via spectatorship. Said he had some some router problems.
Oh man, I've had that. Have my 2-year-old's gotten a hold of the cable before, Kale? I understand.
The problems of iRacing, right?
Telling you.
Real racing use motors, and you have mechanical issues here. It's all about computers.
Green flag, green flag.
Braden Carter will take us to the green flag. Caden Berry to his outside. Youngster out of New Hampshire heads to the outside. Braden Carter's going to try to slide. Caden Berry will cross over, put the 12 car on the point, coming off a 4. Caden Berry with Braden Carter down low. Those 2 youngsters are going to go at it. Caden Berry gets by on the outside, makes contact. Braden Carter gets up high, gets into Caden Berry, it looked like. Caden Berry still on the rear bumper of that 05 car. Jesse Ingram in the 777. I'll get it out here in a minute. 26 car of Sean Stevens holding down the 4th and final transfer. Caden Berry trying to close that gap, and he's doing so in that 12 car. It's trying to get back up. Let's go on board. Yes, he tries to track down the 05 of Braden Carter. Jesse Ingram in the Lucky 777 holding down P3 in a transfer. Everyone will transfer tonight in the Pro Late Models. On lap 7 of 8. Caden Berry dives down low, trying to take a peek, trying to get underneath that 5 car. Berry searching for a line. Closing in. They make contact coming off of 4. It'll be Braden Carter, Caden Berry, Jesse Ingram, Sean Stevens, your top 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place our fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Practice going on. Michael Carter, top of the board. Billy Roberts, Brandon Combs, Jason Haynes, Paul Heward, your top 5. Getting ready for our 30-lap feature. Let's hope my computer holds on for the entire 30-lap feature. Billy Roberts, Michael Carter on the front row, Braden Carter and Clay Christopherson in row number 2, Brandon Combs and Caden Berry in row number 3, Justin Sick, Dylan DeWert in row number 4, Jesse Ingram, Chris Cox in row number 5, Michael Vitale, Sean Stevens in 6, Logan Wentz, Dylan Kinsey in row number 7, Jason Haynes, Randy Shreves in row number 8, Spanky Gernert and Andrew Harley in row number 9, Paul Heward, James Ingram in row number 10, Donald Ingram, and Cale Smith does make the feature in the 115 at the tail end of the field. 30 laps coming up for your last Pro Late Model feature of the 23-24 season. Elia, Nick Berry, Rhonda out there cheering on that 12 car of Caden Berry. Michael Carter will start on the pole. Braden Carter to his rear bumper. DJ Hart out there cheering on that 12 car. Michael Carter will take us to green. Green flag is out. We are underway. Lap number 1. Michael Carter dives down low. He's going to slide to the outside. Caden Berry on the outside. Berry starting to look on the inside of Michael Carter. He's got Justin Sick to his inside. Billy Roberts leading the high line in that 99 with Braden Carter in tow. Brandon Combs, Michael Carter, Caden Berry at the front of the field. You got a line down low and a line on the bottom. 2 lanes of racing. Braden Carter moved up to P2 there momentarily. Caden Berry riding that high line. Brandon Combs getting the bottom to work in the 28 machine. Oh, hits the tire. Thought that might happen. Let's take a look at Brandon Combs on his left front. You can hear him working the throttle inside that machine, just rolling the bottom, and he's getting it to work, currently in P4. Almost down in the grass. Billy Roberts starting to set sail. Braden Carter in P2. Michael Carter, Brendan Combs. Caden Berry makes a pass for P4 as he's getting a good run on the high side in that 12 car. Caden Berry goes to the middle. Brandon Combs, Sean Stevens, Justin Sick back in P7. Chris Cox in the 515 is back in P9. Jesse Ingram in the lucky 777 is in the top 10. In the 10th position, Logan Wentz, Dylan Kinsey. Oh, 83 is around. Everybody able to avoid. Billy Roberts putting on a great show at the front of the field. Caution comes out on lap 12.
Was that the break? Now all you'd have to do is ask yourself, was that the break that the CSC boys had to maybe find something to get to hunting after Billy Roberts?
Billy Roberts in that 99 car, Clayton, he is on fire tonight.
Yeah, he's no joke right now. Yeah, he's no joke right now. Billy's putting on a clinic. I know Billy can wheel the heck out of a late model and a modified. We'll see what that 99 can do here. Restarting 2 wide with some of the best behind him. Billy's going to have to be setting sail quick if he plans to get a win here tonight.
Green, green, green.
Billy Roberts with the restart, slides up outside in front of Braden Carter. 99 holds down that front position as Braden Carter close in on the tail end of Billy Roberts. Let's take a look at his bumper cam.
Woo! Billy with a rapid crossover.
There's a look at the 05. Caden Berry now goes side by side with that 05. Berry getting the bottom to work. This may get good, ladies and gentlemen. Move Caden Berry, the 12 car, up to P3. Braden Carter, P2. So Billy Roberts holding down the front on lap 14 of 30. He'll start once again with a hungry gang behind him. You got Braden Carter, Caden Berry, Michael Carter. That is your top 4. So Billy has his work cut out for him for sure. Chief Wisen's back out there. Hope all is well in Florida, Chief. Billy Roberts will restart. Good restart by the 99. Let's see what Caden Berry does. He started to get that bottom to work, but there is a train on the outside. Can the 12 car get some grip on the bottom? He's trying. Side by side, slides up, gets to the outside, falls in line behind Braden Carter. Now Michael Carter's going to be trapped down low. He'll slide up in front of Sean Stevens. Sean Stevens throws it down low. Brandon Combs just rolling the bottom. Cale Smith has moved from the back up 12 positions, or 11, up to P11 for the 115 in that throwback late model that his brother drove. Billy Roberts, now Braden Carter, Caden Berry, Michael Carter is behind Berry. Brandon Combs, Clayton somehow is just rolling the bottom.
Yeah, Combs is just clean air on the nose is helping, you know, go where everybody else isn't. That's why Cale Smith is making such good headway back there. Everybody's kind of running the middle to the top. Cale's just down, avoiding all the checking up, the stacking up, all the 2 wide, 3 wide door banging, and Cale's just putting around the bottom, getting around all of it. And Brandon Combs kind of doing the same thing. You know, those front 4 are kind of single file, able to get some space, but clean air makes a difference even at a dirt track, that's for sure.
So the top 4 on the high side. Brandon Combs once again making the bottom work. Dylan DeWert in the 20 FTM ride is on the high side, runs middle, tries to cross over Sean Stevens, and he will do so. Combs thought Dylan DeWert was going to throw a slider. Dylan DeWert, Chris Cox, Justin Sick is up, down 2 for Sick. Cale Smith is up 12. He has broke into the top 10. Logan Wentz just got by the 777 of Jesse Ingram. You know, Clayton, with the new tire model, anytime I see smoke, I start thinking tires.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it sometimes can take a lot, but man, other times you spin them without paying attention to it, especially in a rubber down area, like when it starts to slick up, you can burn that right rear off very fast. And there's a couple of these guys throwing some dust up. I haven't seen much smoke yet, but definitely a thought for sure. Billy Roberts caught in the back of the field. See if lap traffic can maybe hold him up a little bit for Braden Carter to get him with just 3 to go.
It is Billy Roberts, Braden Carter, Michael Carter. Caden Berry falls back 1. Brandon Combs still rolling the bottom. Billy Roberts is able to get by lap traffic. Next one is the 12 car of Spanky Gernert. Billy Roberts will take the white flag in the 99.
Brandon is there. Billy gonna protect.
He did. Billy Roberts down to block. Can Roberts get a good run off of 3 and 4? Braden Carter, it'll
Billy
be
Roberts for the win.
Carter and Michael Carter. Top 3 start finish line, please. Top 3 start finish line. Billy Roberts with the win, put the old man in victory lane in that 99. Top 3 start finish line, please. Billy Roberts taking a little extra lap here.
Yeah, Billy, it's been a while. Billy may have forgotten. Now he's having some microphone trouble. Hopefully we can hear from him.
Michael and Braden, can you pull up just a little bit, please? Braden, pull up. Yeah, I could make that work. Don't forget to go up for your interviews. Well, Clayton, my computer held out. That's a good thing. See if we can get an interview with your top 3.
Yeah, I'll bring up Michael Carter here. Michael, this is Clayton up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got
Man, a little shake up at the front, but nonetheless, 15 still another podium, putting out another great season, getting killer points all year, man. How'd you get it done this year? What's the special sauce in that 15 ride?
I'll just try to be consistent, man. Qualify up front, and just try to stay out of trouble. That's the main thing. Yeah, first lap there, I should have known better. The track still had a lot of bite down there and pushed really bad, and I didn't want to wreck everybody, so I just let off of it. And yeah, man, I think we put on a pretty good show. I think. Congrats to Billy there. He got her done. But yeah, it's a good season, man. Just try to stay out of trouble, and my son gave me a run for the money for sure. So, congrats to him on the second place. Congrats to Kale earlier, and yeah.
Yeah, man. Congrats on another feature podium for you. I'm sure your points are looking really well for a 2-time championship this year for you. But man, it's been another killer season. Been fun watching you. Who do you got to thank on that 15 ride for another great season and a podium top 3?
As always, I gotta thank you guys here. Friday Night Lights, Third Track. Thank Joe, GY6RN, you up in the booth as well. Really appreciate it. Nice talking to you all season. Gotta thank Randy Carter Painting, my dad, Hey Pop, CSC Motorsports, Kale Smith, Braden Carter, Kyle Hardy Racing, Pit Lizard Graphics, Midwest Forklifts, Kale's brother, Kale's family, Tally, everybody watching, my mom, any other friends, hi. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week.
Alrighty, buddy. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you at the Dash for Cash.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
We'll pull up the 5 car of Braden Carter. He brings the 05 home in P2, moves up 1 from his start. Braden, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, good run. Kokomo put on a much better race than I anticipated. How was it from the seat?
I don't know. I got in that wall 1 and 2 too much. My right rear hooked it. And it's just, you get into the wall, you kind of ride it. It's just not fast. You got to really slide into it and hit the wall to really get a good lap there. And then hit that middle. I tried the top there a few times. My dad told me to get up there, see what it could do. And it was okay for a lap in 3 and 4, but I had to move back down to even have a good run. I saw the lap cars last lap in front of Billy taking his line, so I ran the bottom there and I ran it again. We went door to door to the line, and that was pretty close racing. I mean, pretty clean. I like that.
Yeah, man, that was a good run to the finish. 1 point or 1 position out of a win tonight and a championship in the pro late models. It looks like your dad's going to take that from you, man. But what a great run by you and your dad this season. It's been a pleasure having you on board, man. Who do you want to thank on that ride for another podium finish?
I got to thank CSC Motorsports, Michael Carter, Kale Smith, Pit Lizard Graphics, Hunter Rail, Branson Woodward, Randy Carter Painting, my granddad. My grandma, she's out there, Midwest Forklifts LLC, Landon Smith. Kale's mom, she's out there. I believe Kale's wife might be out there, her too. And you guys for always putting this on. Thanks for the season.
Yeah, man.
Bring up Billy here. Billy Roberts, this is Clayton in the booth. You got me? Yeah. Man, what a run for you there, youngin. Props to you. Great race tonight in the late models. Seemed to even with pressure on your back with CSC on you like that, the way Braden and Michael have ran this year, you were able to not only, get yourself a win, but pull away at times, man. How'd that 99 get it done? How'd it feel tonight?
Car felt wonderful. Yeah, iRacing had a good setup. I don't know how I did it. I've been having a lot of help here lately with Nick Ely. He's been a good person working with me and trying to get me better in the late models, and I don't know. I think luck was on our side tonight.
Yeah, for sure. It certainly looked that way for you, man. Skill, luck, you had every bit of it tonight. Who do you want to thank on that 99 ride for a win here tonight?
Oh, of course, all my teammates, Mike Vitale, Jake, Randall, Nick, for all that he does, helps, setups, everything he does, teaching, learning. Of course, Joe and you guys for doing the broadcast and putting it on, and Dirt Track Bank for putting up all the money. And other than that, I really don't know who else to thank.
Yeah, man, you can thank that right foot because you sure did have it to the floor tonight, buddy. Hopefully, we'll see you carry the same luck into the Dash for Cash next week, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk to you again to round out our season.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, man, I can't let this go, old man. Way to run that 99 car. Congratulations on putting that beast into victory lane. It's good to see Gears Unlimited in victory lane. Congratulations, Billy.
Hey, ain't nothing like waiting till the last night, huh, Joe?
Man, it doesn't matter when you get there. It matters that you get there, right?
Yeah. Well, somebody had to put a stop to them Carter boys. They're so fast.
Yeah, man, great run, Billy.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there are the pro late models. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your nightcap. It's going to be kind of a lengthy break as the nightcap won't kick off till the top of the hour. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have your nightcap with the 360 sprint cars and the regular season finale here at Kokomo. We'll be right back.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back. And every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports, the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose, and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars were going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage, and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league, engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they could get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is just something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity, and purpose.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Yeah, Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it, because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources, in opportunity, right now. History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for Endobio.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give them a quick brush, and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
Why I'm smiling.
you don't know why you're smiling. We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. You know, riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, you know, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. You know, who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins, and then I'll have you walk him forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit, and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well, that they can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're going to go through the blue barrels, and you can weave through them, and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we can grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property, that we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing. Talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people. Obstacles.
I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's nightcap time. 360 Sprint Cars currently out on track. Sean Stevens, Caden Berry, Matt Grimm, Randy Shreves, and Heath Dyke are your top 5 in practice. The night is moving along pretty swiftly as we close in on the conclusion of the 23-24 season. Again, we're not real sure what's in store for next year, if we're even going to do this. So we got a lot of planning to do during the off season. Looking real forward to the podcast, to have some conversations with fans and drivers. We're going to have various guests on from the real racing world and iRacing also. Clayton is going to join me as much as he can. Again, our first one comes up next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, as we have a conversation with the The Hammer Down Racing guys that were with me when we first came up with this idea, Brandon Templeton, Brian Dickens, and possibly Kurt Schatzer. We will talk about Kokomo. We'll talk about Friday Night Lights. Yeah, really looking forward to it. Hope you guys can tune in. Leave us some messages, questions, whatever. It's going to be interactive, just kind of like the broadcast here. So looking forward to that. Again, if you're interested in who's in the Dash for Cash, check it out on FNLRL.com. That's Friday Night Lights Racing League.com. Go down to the bottom of the page and you can see who is currently in the in the Dash for Cash. Joey Gilkerson's still with us. Joey, thanks for sticking around. It is kind of early out here on the West Coast, however. I don't know if you're an old guy like me, you start looking for bed around that 8 o'clock hour. So we got about 2 hours to go before that happens. We have got in the qualifying out on track. Jeffrey Kemper, driver out of Oregon, in that 181 is with us. Spanky Gernert stuck around in the 012, driver out of California. Dylan Kinsey is with us. See when times start coming in here. Jason Haynes, top of the board, 11.706. Jeff Kemper, P2, 11.862. Spanky Grenert, now Heath Dyke, driver from Australia, top of the board, 11.660. That didn't last long. Jason Haynes, second lap, a lot quicker, 11.337 for the 6.6. Caden Berry up to P2 and then dropped down to top of the board for Barry, 10.740 for the youngster out of New Hampshire. Below that 11-second mark, put Barry at the top of the board. Matt Grimm out on track in the 91, fifth quick, 11.367. Randy Shreves in the 56 is still with us, 11.631, good enough for eighth quick. Sean Stevens in the 26 shuts it down, third quick, 11.252. Caden Berry busting that 11-second bracket, Clayton.
Wide open. Bottom, both ends of the track. Caden just taking the shortest distance. Opening his hands up quick off the corner, all the way to the wall on both sides. Caden with a 10.7 is crazy at Kokomo.
James Ingram in that 40 car. That is the father of the Ingram boys. 14th quick, 11.943. Waiting for Chris Cox. Jesse Ingram timed in, 11.722, good enough for 10th quick. Matt Grip gets some, here comes Chris Cox in that 5.15, driver out of Des Moines, Iowa, out on track. See if Chris Cox can break that 11-second barrier. Goes down low in 1 and 2. He's going to stay up a little higher in 3 and 4. Get a run off the top side. Looking for a quicker second lap. First lap, 13th quick, 11.811. Spanky Grenert is still out on track. Still waiting on Braden Carter and Brandon Combs. Cox for a second lap.
Yeah, Combs and Carter both disconnected.
So that might be it. We might be going with 15 cars tonight. Next week, Dash for Cash, $1,000, a little over $1,000 on the line. Everyone who enters will get paid. So looking very forward to that. All brought to you by the Dirt Track Bank. Yes, Heat 1 comes to the grid. Waiting for your quick time. That's the 12th car. Caden Berry on the pole for heat number 1. Teammate Sean Stevens to his outside. Matt Grimm and Michael Vitale in row number 2 in the 213. Dylan Kinsey. Donald Ingram in that 10 car in row number 3. Chris Cox and James Ingram round out your field of 9 drivers. We will have 2 heat races and a 30-lap feature. Caden Berry, the first car to break that 11-second barrier in that 12 car, getting prepared for the real sprint car season, getting his speed dialed in on the sim. Clayton, I watched the NASCAR on Netflix. Something about but they
Great
had,
show.
They had oh damn it. They had Hendricks. They had
Larson?
Nope. 24 car.
William Byron.
And they were talking about his iRacing career and how he got into NASCAR, which was really cool. So it can't start here as Caden Berry takes us to the green flag. Green flag is out. Teammate on his outside. Berry will slide down low. Put a gap on the field on lap number 1. Berry not letting up where he left off from his qualifying as Matt Grimm makes a pass on Sean Stevens. We're going to see Matt Grimm, Caden Berry running 1-2. Berry is getting a bite off of the corner, Clayton, off of corner number 2. Right here, the 12 car launches.
Yeah, and it only took the 91 and the 26 one lap to pick up on what Caden's doing. Now you see all 3 of them trying to perfect what Caden's done so far. Lap times are looking like it, all 3 of them below the 10-second bracket already, or the 11-second bracket, I should say, in the 10-second bracket. All 3 of them kind of doing the bottom, carry the momentum all the way out. Caden, just something special about that kid. Caden's got it going a little bit better than the both of them right now.
Monkey see, monkey do business right here. Caden Berry, you got Michael Vitale. Donald Ingram in the 10 car is running back in P6. Chris Cox, James Ingram in the 40 with a handful of that ride. Caden Berry's about to come up on lap traffic. Caution comes
Caution,
out.
caution, caution, caution.
Berry putting on a clinic at Kokomo. While we were off air, Clayton and I are talking. Might not be a bad place to have a dash for cash. However, we will be running at Volusia next Friday night. I think it was $1,023 that we're paying out that night.
Did I miss it? Was the Dash for Cash track just announced?
At Volusia next week.
Oh, nice.
Put it out on Facebook, actually, earlier. Maybe today, yesterday. The days run together when you get to be my age. Rhonda out there, Gail out there, TJ out there cheering on that 12 car, and it's working.
I was just going to say, when you work my schedule, it also catches up to you. I don't even know what day it is. If I didn't have to race control, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you it's Friday.
Yeah, you know, if it wasn't for Friday Night Lights, I wouldn't know what day of the week it was either. And I got to tell you, that's one of the reasons we came up with a podcast, so I have a way to mark what day of the week it is, and we decided to do that on Wednesdays. So that'll throw me off. I'll not show up for work on Thursday. I'll forget that we're not Friday Night Lights anymore. Green flag is back out. Caden Berry with a good restart. Matt Grimm and Sean Stevens are going to go side by side for P number 2. Caden Berry picking right up where he left off. White flag comes out. Youngster has 2 more corners to navigate. Coming into 3, coming out of 4. Caden Berry for your heat win. Sean Stevens, Matt Grimm side by side at the line. Kenzie Cox and James Ingram.
0.03 of a second between Matt Grimm and Sean Stevens there.
Yeah, that was close. Heath Dyke and Jason Haynes on the front row. Paul Heward and Randy Shreves in row number 2. Jesse Ingram, Spanky Grenert in row number 3. And Jeffrey Kemper rounds out your field of 7 drivers. So we got Australian driver on the pole, Canadian driver to his outside. Glad to see it. Love the diversity of iRacing. It's absolutely amazing. Can't believe that these 2 gentlemen, one is north of us and one is way down south of us. And here they are on the sim rig racing with us. That's awesome to see. And I'd like to welcome back the 012 car, Spanky Gernert. He is the NorCal Dwarf Car Series champion for this past season, so enjoyed all the help that Spanky's given me with my dwarf car. He's actually part of the M&M chassis crew. They put out, I don't know, 800 some chassis. Green flag is out. We're back underway. It is Paul Heward, or Heath Dyke, my apologies, that dives to the bottom. Looks like that bottom is going to work. They'll burn that off, I'm sure, but maybe not with as many cars as we have. Heward dove down in. Let's take a look. There's, I'm looking for Heward. Slides into the 66. 031 goes around. Heath Dyke, driver from Australia, at the front of the field, I believe. Gail, congratulations to Caden Berry in that 12 car. That youngster put on a clinic tonight. Rhonda with the same out to the 12 car. I'd like to thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. That should be single file, Clayton. No worries. We'll let this one play out. All sprint cars are single file.
I only said that because we didn't complete a lap. That's my fault there.
Oh, no. That makes sense. Heath Dyke back to the bottom. Jason Haynes to his rear tail tank. The 36 car out of Australia. The 66 from Canada at the front of the field. Randy Shreves in the 56 is a tough customer. As Spanky Gernert's got company with Jeff Kemper. As Kemper gets a little bit loose coming off the exit of turn number 4. Gernert moves up to 4th. Not so quick. That driver out of Oregon, Jeff Kemper's going to fight back in the 181 on lap 5 of 8. Good battle in the back of the field. They make a little bit of contact. They're able to get through it. Heath Dyke setting sail. Pulls out to a sizable lead. Almost a second gap. Let's take a look at caution. Seeing this 777 of Ingram gets in there. His car starts bouncing a little bit. I don't know if that was where it's at. Oh, 31 just gets sideways. 777 collects him. Gernert gets into the 181. Clayton's got a mess to settle out here. We'll line them back up. Everyone going to the feature. Matter of fact, after this race, we'll have warm-ups, and then we will get into the 30-lap feature for the night. As the pace truck is still on track. Heath Dyke pulls back to the pace truck. We will go green next time by on lap 7 of 8, 2 to go.
Yes, sir. I believe 6 of 8. 3 to go.
6 of 8.
But I don't know. Could change when we cross the stripe. We're going racing.
Indeed. Heath Dyke will restart. Good jump on the field. He'll take the 36 car to the point. Jason Haynes falls in line. Randy Shreve, Spanky Gernert are your top four. Paul Heward in that 031 will slide up in front of Gernert. Those two make contact. Contact again. Contact again. We
White
got a
flags
pile.
out.
White flags out. No caution will come out. Heath Dyke will take the win, followed by Randy Shreve, Jesse Ingram, and Spanky Gernert. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we'll take a quick break and we'll come back with your 30-lap feature.
Our biggest thing is getting the word out, awareness of Mission 22, the struggle as it is to fight PTSD and suicide. My name's Corey Decker. I'm the state representative for Mission 22. This year's been great. We got a bunch of great guys that have gotten together and decided to create this rally. The word's getting out, and it's turned into quite an event where we can actually help a lot of veterans. It's a great event, but you really have to go and see it for yourself, and it's really one of those things that's an experience. Just going that weekend, we've seen how it changes people.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Practice just wrapping up. Caden Berry still at the top of the board. However, the track has slowed down considerably. 11:134 for Berry is his best lap in warm-ups. So the track's starting to get a little bit slicker. Clayton, hopefully making for a great 30-lap feature. Getting ready to do it. Wait for the cars to get on the grid here. Caden Berry with Heath Dyke to his outside. Sean Stevens with Randy Shreves to his outside in the 56. Matt Grimm, Jesse Ingram, Dylan Kinsey, Spanky Grenert, Chris Cox, Paul Heward. Your points leader, Matt Grimm, disconnected from the server. So this will be interesting. Grimm disconnected from the server. Let me pull up the points real quick. This could get real interesting. Matt Grimm, Caden Berry is 40 points behind Grimm, and Grimm has disconnected from the server. So if Caden Berry is able to put together a good run here as the caution comes out. Nick Berry, a shout out to that 12 car at the front of the field. We may have a new 360 sprint car champion in Caden Berry. I have to look again at the points. Matt Grimm is 40 points ahead of Caden Berry. 75 points possible in the night. So we'll have to see how this shakes out, ladies and gentlemen. Did Matt Grimm reconnect?
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Yes. Clayton's trying to look at that last incident. This is an interesting development. Pace truck has exited, leaving the field to the youngster out of New Hampshire at the front of the field. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be looking at your 23-24 sprint car champion, Caden Berry, as Matt Grimm has not reconnected, I don't believe. No, he hasn't. Berry on the bottom side. Who's that up high? That's Sean Stevens. Teammates going at it at the front of the field. Berry rolling the bottom. Getting a good run off of 2. He's found that spot all night in that 12 car. The youngster out of New Hampshire getting it done. Sean Stevens starting to pick up some steam on the high side. Randy Shreves in P3. Dylan Kinsey. Jason Haynes in the 66. Donald Ingram in the 10 car. He's up 8, now 9 positions in the 10 car. Michael Vitale is up 6. Spanky Gernert is dead even, as is Chris Cox, right where they started. Heath Dyke is back in the back. Jesse Ingram is in 11th. Paul Hewitt, Jeffrey Kemper in the 181. Saw that contact coming from way back. Up front, Sean Stevens able to make the pass on Caden Berry. Can the youngster gather it back together? Now Berry will go to the high side, get in the tire tracks of that 26 car. Randy Shreves run in the middle. Jason Haynes on lap 8 of 30. Somebody in the back, super slow. Up front, Sean Stevens setting the pace. Caden Berry is just waiting to go on board with the youngster off the nose of Caden Berry as he's trying to track down that 26 car of Sean Stevens. Championship on the line. Caden Berry is, let's see here, less than 100 points. Sean Stevens, a little more than 100 points ahead of Sean Stevens in the points. Sean Stevens, Caden Berry, Randy Shreves. Caden Berry and Sean Stevens are running away from the field. Coming up on lap traffic, I'm not sure who that is. That is the 515 of Chris Cox. Sean Stevens able to make the pass. Caden Berry in tow. Sean Stevens about to have a lot of company in lap traffic. Can the 26 car get through the traffic? Can Caden Berry close that gap as the caution comes out?
40 cars around. I believe that's who I saw. 40 of James Ingram. Yeah, stopped on the front stretch here. Take a look. Yeah, it just enters 3 in the slick. Throttles out of it. Oh, excuse me. Looks like the 91 of Matt Grimm is back on track.
There is the 91. Not sure what happened. So this is going to be interesting. Matt Grimm should be laps down, I would think, as he drove into that.
13 down.
So what was that, 40-point difference between him and Caden Berry? So I think Berry, if he holds where he's at, he will be your champion, I believe. We'll have to see how the points play out. Matt Grimm might have, is that him in the pits? So here we go. Restart. Sean Stevens at the front of the field. Caden Berry just needs to run a smart race at the front of the field, and I believe he will be your 23-24 champion. In the tire tracks of that 26 car, how hard does that youngster want to run at this point? They are breaking away from the rest of the pack. Jason Haynes, Randy Shreves, Heath Dyke is moving back up through the field. Heath Dyke got moved back in the pack. He is making his way, the driver out of Australia. Matt Grimm has disconnected, so if Caden Berry can get through the race and finish, I believe he will be your champion. TJ Hart sending out Landon Crawley, wins the dash at Volusia. Caden Berry goes down low. Clayton, if I'm Caden Berry, I don't think I'm racing Sean Stevens right here.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. You won. Go on ahead. I'll sit back here, watch my mirror, watch my relative. If they're getting close, I'll pick it up a little bit, but you have all this win. That's all yours. I'm not fighting. And we got a caution on the front stretch.
Caution comes out on lap 23 of 30. Now, again, I'm not official scorer, so I can't say how it would play out. However, to me, I did go to school in California, so a little slow on the math side of things, but to me, looks like Caden Berry is in a comfortable position for a championship. Sean Stevens at the front of the field. Sean Stevens going for his 3rd win. Caden Berry and Matt Grimm tied with 4 wins
Hang
each.
on, we're not going green. Not going
Matt Grimm
green.
gonna roll back out, tag the back here. Just looking to make laps. Nobody wants to end the season on a disconnect, you know?
Yeah, kind of curious on what happened to Matt Grimm, if it was indeed his computer. If anyone can understand that, it's me. So Sean Stevens, Caden Berry, Jason Haynes at the front of the field. Sean Stevens, boy, he started early there, but nonetheless, it was on the leader. Caden Berry falls in line in P2. He's going to put a little distance between himself and Jason Haynes once again. So getting those lap cars off the track might be an advantage for your top two as they try to battle it out here at Kokomo. Kokomo putting on a good show tonight. I'd like to thank all the ladies and gentlemen out there for tuning in. Rhonda cheering on that 12 car, as is Gail.
Caution.
Caution comes out once again on lap 26 of 30. Gail sending out a message to Caden Berry out there. 12 car, you're Gail's champion, and no matter what, you're either car or pajamas. Love it. Being a grandparent myself, totally understand it also. Caden Berry's been with Friday Night Lights since almost the beginning. It's been an amazing ride, and following his real racing career also as much as I can on Facebook and wherever else. It's been an amazing ride for that young man. He's about to punch his ticket as a series champion in the 360 sprint cars. First 360 sprint cars on Friday Night Lights. We switched from the 305s not long ago. Coming to lap 27 of 30, Berry dives down to the bottom. Let Sean Stevens run that high side. Berry's going to give it a go. Nick Berry cheering on the 12 car. Caden Berry might not only get a championship, he wants the win. On lap 28 of 30, slide job coming. Sean Stevens will cross over. Drivers will drive no matter the situation. 2 laps to go. Lap 29 of 30. Berry with the slide job. Sean Stevens with the crossover. This is the end that matters right here. Oh, no. They make contact with 1 to go. Caden Berry running in P2. Sean Stevens P1. Berry on the bottom. Stevens on the high side. Berry's going to slide the win and the championship for the 12 car. Top 3 start-finish line, please. Top 3 start-finish line. Caden Berry wraps the regular season in the 12 car. Ladies and gentlemen, don't quote me, but I'm going to say that Berry is your champion and your feature winner in the 360 sprint cars. I can make that work. Don't forget to go up for your interviews. What a great night for the gang from New Hampshire. Congratulations to not only Caden Berry, but to his family out there that tunes in every week to watch. Greatly appreciate it. A well-deserved championship for that youngster in the 12 car. Gets it done. Took his chances. We'll get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Waiting on Randy Shreves to get up in the booth. There is Randy Shreves in the 56 car. Randy Shreves brings it home. Moves up 1 from the start. Randy, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Hey, man, good run. Kind of a practice for the Dash for Cash, but you moved up, man. Kokomo put on a better race than I anticipated, man. How was your night?
It was definitely a fun night. I love this track. I love all the short tracks pretty much. Don't know what happened there at the end, but I didn't think I was going to end up on the podium, but I'll take it any way I can get it. Hopefully I pulled off at least third in points.
Yeah, I'd have to look back. I just was looking at the points earlier. Yeah, you were third, so I think you may be safe. We'll have to wait till those points shake out, man. But another great run. It's great to see the 56 anytime that you're in gosh darn it, podium finish, man. Who do you want to thank on that ride for another podium finish? And I'll let you go first. Who do you want to thank on that ride?
I definitely want to thank you. I want to thank everybody at Dirt Track Bank for sponsoring this thing. You and Clayton, you guys do an awesome job with this league. Definitely want to thank my team, LGR Motorsports, Redline Design Company, One Wish Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Finish Line Repair, and definitely want to thank everybody for watching.
Yeah, man, great run. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
All right, man.
Thanks, Joe.
Running for the dough. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it ought to be fun.
All right, man. See you next week.
See you, buddy.
Clayton, you catch up with Sean Stevens? Don't know if Clayton is with us. Sean Stevens, this is Joe in the booth. You got me?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Man, you and Caden were the class of the field there early, man. What happened in that 26 car? Looked like you got a little loose in 3 and 4.
Yeah, no, I just started the night off pretty bad actually. I think didn't qualify the best, and I was lucky to snatch Matt back up in my heat race, hitting the bottom off that green white checker. But yeah, coming through from where did I start? Third, and then yeah, no, it's a tough track. I love ripping the fence here. I knew it was going to come in, and once that bottom went away, and yeah, once I hit the top and it came in, I certainly ripped around the top of them and found my pace there. And yeah, it's tough to hold Caden off, but I did say to him when the yellow come out, I said, because he really wanted this win, and I said to him, mate, you're going to earn it. So I made him earn it, and I made a mistake there, and yeah, well, he capitalised and took the win.
Yeah, man, great run in that 26. You got one more week to go. Next week is for the cash, so can't wait to see that, man. Who do you want to thank on that 26 ride for a podium finish?
Just everyone back at Wyobe, Speed Factory, Stingray Rock Tools, Catalysm Computers, and a massive shout out to TPD for the scheme that he's done, and something new and fresh that I've been running in a different league, and thought I'd chuck the 26 on it and give it a run here tonight. So it did well, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a cool looking car, my friends. Congratulations. We'll see you next week when the cash is on the line.
Cheers, guys.
All right, man. Have a good weekend. Let's pull up the youngster out of New Hampshire, Caden Berry. This is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, I was sitting in my seat thinking, just stay back in second. You're good. It looks like the championship is going to play out in your favor. But a driver will be a driver, young man. And, man, you put on a show there at the end. Great run by the 12 car. Once again, always super smooth. You got it done, man. You got a victory, and I'm pretty certain you got the points championship. We'll have to see how that plays out. How was the car, man, and what were you thinking? Were you thinking you were just going to ride in second for the championship, or were you even thinking about that?
Honestly, my eyes were on the championship there. I've been working really hard at it, and we had a couple, not really good nights. So, tonight I definitely wanted to get the win, but no, I was going to settle for second, but I seen, I was a little faster than Sean there, and me and him were in the Discord there, and it was awesome, and he was just saying, I got to earn that one, and I definitely made sure I did, and I got the win, and it was really close, and it was really awesome, fun racing.
Yeah, man, I'm not sure if I was racing with you, if I would tell you out loud that you're going to have to earn it. That's all the motivation that you needed tonight, and that 12 car, man, you got it done. You also, that's your 5th win of the season, man. So you'll take home the most wins for the 23-24 season also. Man, great show. Congratulations. Who do you want to thank on that ride for a drive to victory lane?
First off, got to give all glory to God and my mom and dad, my great-grandmother Cece, my Grammy Ryder, my Nana and Grampy. I got to thank TJ, too, out there for watching. And also got to thank all my 2024 sponsors, Granite State Blacktoppers, Keep Digging, NOS Construction, Juice Powder Coating, CRC, ZMAX, Driven to Save Lives, Victory Fuel, Turn 1 Graphics, Also got to thank the Ryder Family Sawmill, John Berry, Legacy Racing, and also got to thank Team IOB and Cataclysm Computers, King Race Designs, Speed Factory, and LCJ Carpentry, and Stingray Rock Tools Australia. And got to thank you and Clayton up there in the booth.
Man, that as I was listening to you read off sponsors, that list is just going to grow throughout your career, man. I can't wait to see what names when you're giving interviews on real TV, what that list is going to sound like, man. Great run by you, my friend. One more night to go. Next week, we run for the cash. Congratulations. Again, I can't officially say that you won the points championship, but I'm pretty sure that's a given after the what happened tonight. So great run by you, Caden. Congratulations. I can't wait to see you run next week. Oh,
thank you.
and by the way, if you go down to the bottom of the point standing page, we had a Dash for Cash page that kept points, the total points, just like we're going to do in the Dash for Cash, and you are the points leader in that list also. So
oh man,
this could play out well for you, my friend, next week in the Dash for Cash, because it's you are the points leader in the Dash for Cash points, which is a total of all three, the same thing we're going to do next week. So yeah, man, you got a lot to look forward to. Great run. Thanks for joining us, Caden.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there is the show. We won't take a break, but greatly appreciate everyone for tuning in. Next week, the big Dirt Track Bank Dash for Cash, $1,023 on the line. Greatly appreciate everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next week. And don't forget, Wednesday night is the podcast, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about Kokomo. We're going to talk about Friday Night Lights and anything else that comes up. Greatly appreciate everyone if you would tune in. Leave us some comments, questions, whatever. It's all going to be live, and it's all going to be on our regular channels. Wish everyone a great weekend, and we'll see you.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after our first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. You know, we first start in the pool, we do some confined water skills, we'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore, it's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, you know, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. You know, there's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. I mean, we've seen 4 eagle rays at once. I mean, just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced, it hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take, you know, these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, you know, from being, oh my gosh, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. You know, I've gone snorkeling a few times, or, you know, I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You know, you're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there.